Are you looking for the perfect base to explore Normandy? Bayeux has everything you need. This historic town offers easy access to iconic sites like the D-Day beaches, the Norman countryside, and even Mont St. Michel. There's a lot to see and do in the city. It has a fascinating history, delicious local cuisine, and a welcoming atmosphere. Once you know what it has to offer, you'll understand why Bayeux is the best spot to kick off your Normandy adventure. The Bayeux Tapestry is the most famous site in Bayeux. This nearly 1,000-year-old tapestry is 70 meters long and tells the story of William the Conqueror and the Battle of Hastings in 1066. There are no photographs allowed inside, but you can see an interactive display at the Bayeux website. It will be closing in September 2025 for 2 years, so go and see it now before it's stored for safekeeping. It is incredible to see accounts of what battle and life was like in the 11th century. The tapestry was originally displayed in the Notre Cathedral of Bayeux. This cathedral is not to be missed. It is a national monument and is free to enter to see its interior and the original crypt.
Going on an e-bike tour here in Bayeux.
An e-bike tour with Petite Reine is the perfect introduction to Bayeux. There are different tours offered, and we took the tour that included the viewpoints of the Atlantic Wall, Mulberry Harbour, and Arramonches.
While on our bike tour with Petite Reine, we have stopped at one of the British cemeteries from the war. It's tradition for British soldiers to be buried near the battlefield, so there are several British cemeteries all around the Normandy area.
Tours start at €119 per person and last anywhere from 3 to 7 hours. They start in the city of Bayeux before going into the countryside, cycling through farmlands and charming French towns.
Ça va.
He also offers cycling tours to the legendary Mont St. Michel.
This cycling tour with Petite Reine is perfect. You go through the city a little bit, villages, and the countryside, and then we come to the battlements, and then we're going to be going to Gold Beach. So it's really a great way to explore the Normandy countryside.
Cycling in the French countryside. Something you got to do when you come here to Normandy.
We are at Fortifications, German Fortifications, right between Omaha Beach and Gold Beach. This is where the Americans landed, and Gold Beach is where the British landed. Anyone in here? Yeah. Okay, this is creepy. So these guns at the battlement can shoot 20 kilometers. So even though the British and the Americans and the Canadians took the beaches, this was where the battles really began once they got up on land, because these are far inland, and they were shooting at all of the soldiers that were landing on the beach. So, pretty brutal. Behind me is an artificial harbor that the English created by towing in millions of tons of concrete, vehicles, weapons, and supplies that provided landing ramps for Allied forces. This harbor played a key role in the Allied victory. I'm standing on Gold Beach here in Normandy, and this is where the Allied forces from England landed in 1944 on D-Day. The tide is way out, and I always think about this because when they landed on the beaches of Normandy, they came in at low tide and had to run up while they were facing artillery fire. I just can't imagine where they found the courage.
The D-Day Museum at Arramonches tells the complete story of the D-Day battle and the push into France. Opening in 2023, its state-of-the-art interactive displays depict the process of planning, building, and transporting the tons of concrete and gear that made the D-Day landings possible. There is a replica of Mulberry Harbour, films, and life-size displays. Just 5 miles along Gold Beach is the British Normandy Memorial that was opened in 2021. It pays tribute to the 22,442 British servicemen and women who fell on D-Day and during the Battle of Normandy in the summer of 1944. Their names are etched into the columns that were built in a serene setting overlooking Gold Beach.
We spent the night at Le Marine in Arramonches, and it was a beautiful setting overlooking the beach. For dining, we recommend the Fish and Chip Company for an authentic British meal, or the restaurant at Le Marine for traditional French cuisine. There isn't as much accommodation here, and it's only a 10-kilometer drive from Bayeux, so most people choose to stay in Bayeux and make trips to the beaches and monuments. The best way to get around is by rental car, and you can compare prices in the links below.
Bayeux is a beautiful town to explore with its timber houses, cobblestone streets, and 17th century mansions. We stayed at Hotel de Bruneville, which was a great base located right in the heart of downtown. It was easy walking to restaurants, particularly L'Alcove, which served us one of our favorite meals in all of Normandy. Wow! So if you are planning a trip to France, add Bayeux to your itinerary. And check out our France playlist for tips, where to stay, and things to do.